I hereby summon all my imps. Hey everybody, it's Annabelle. I did a live first playthrough of Diablo Immortal yesterday, but when I was looking through my YouTube, I found out that the sound was really heavy. So I'm going to do a muted sound on this just to do my review of this game. So while I was going through this game, I do like a lot of it. But there's a lot of it that I don't like. I don't like the fact that there's not a single new character. Everything in this game you can play in Diablo 3. They've got the Barbarian, the Wizard, the Demon Hunter, the Monk, the Crusader, and the Necromancer, which you can all play in Diablo 3. When I went to go play the Necromancer, and I went to go through the customization, there's not a lot of customization in this, and that's one of the things that really bugged me, was that there wasn't a lot of customization in this. So I would almost wish they didn't give you any customization at all compared to the little bit of customization you got. The other thing is that if you have a common name, you better get in early because the names will lock up. Instead of giving you, like, this is your name and this is attached to your Blizzard account. You know, if someone could look at your name and be like, oh, this is, Cerny from account 1234 or whatever. If you're a Cerny, you're the only one out there. So I'm just going to hit random because I'm not really going to play this. But the first thing, once we get past the introduction screen, the first thing that I noticed about this game is how hard the controls were for at least me. Now, I may not have the best connection in the world, so take everything that I say with a huge grain of salt, like a metric ton of salt, but I had problems with moving around. Before I learned how to do anything in this game, I was trying to shoot, and I was just floating around like this while I was trying to shoot. I did find out that if you press the left shift key, it'll actually hold you. But the fact that it doesn't tell you that right off the bat is amazing. So if you're playing a ranged character, you don't know that you can just freeze yourself right off the bat. So that was a big issue on a lot of this. So I was running around like a crazy person, trying to get just shots off until I figured this out. And it doesn't say anywhere in the key shifts or anything else like that. That's what you need to do. And if you look in the key bindings, which we'll do in just a second here, hang on. So if you look in the key bindings, we'll go to key bindings real quick. In controller, sorry. I'm going to look for the shift key. There's space, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, Q, R, C, W, S, A, D, escape, B, P, X, W. Still looking for shift. Oh look, nothing is saying shift in here. So if you didn't know that you can press left shift to get this, you'd be really out of luck. Just gonna make sure all this is on for right now. So I'm gonna go through everything and see if there's anywhere on here where it says left shift key, or shift even at all. So I'm going through everything. No shift, no shift, no shift. Okay? So, unless you were told this, and I'm not even sure what it is on actual phones, but on PC, you can press the left shift key to actually freeze yourself. So you can, well, if you're playing range, you can actually get the range you're supposed to be. And here's the thing. This was supposed to be the game that we all wanted to play. This is the game that made the ever-famous quote, "Don't you guys have phones?" And while I'm playing this, I was not impressed. There's nothing in here that impressed me for this. It all seemed like this was just something that I've seen before. I thought, I'm playing Diablo 3 on basically mobile, and that's what you're doing by doing this. And I'm not even going to get into the monetization of this in this review at all. I'm not talking about monetization, play to win, any of that. I'm not getting involved in that in any way, shape, or form. But look how hard it is for me to even get out of simple mechanics. And I mean, I'm playing on a pretty decent connection, and I'm still having trouble getting out of simple mechanics. And I should have no problem going through it. This feels very sluggish. The way I kept thinking of it when I was going through this was that this felt like those games that you see on mobile ads where it's like, come play Demon Slayer Eternal right now for $20 or whatever. That's what this feels like. This feels like a cheap indie game that somebody made that was supposed to rip off Diablo 3. That's what this feels like. And now, mind you, I didn't play this forever because it just didn't make me want to play forever. And that's the problem. You should make somebody want to play your game within the first hour. If you're not making somebody want to play your game in the first hour, they're never going to want to play your game. And I want this game to be good. I really do. I'm not trying to take a shit on this. I'm really not. I wanted this to be good. I wanted this to feel good. And it just doesn't. It feels like I should be playing something else. It feels like if I wanted to play Diablo 3, I'd play Diablo 3. I have Diablo 3. I've played it. I've gotten high in Diablo 3. This is not Diablo 3. This feels like a cheap knockoff version of Diablo 3. There's no better way for me to explain it, and it feels like the cheap rip-off version of Diablo 3. Look how hard it is for me to actually keep where I want to be. Every time I want to be somewhere, I'm not where I want to be. As a ranged character, it's really hard. Change that real quick. The fact that I'm getting attacked by these wolves, and I want to be back here, and look at how hard it is to actually move around. Look at how much I gotta move to try to actually get my character to do what I want to do. Now this is my second time actually playing this tutorial. The other thing is the inventory. Right off the bat, it's good at doing the inventory, but as you'll see in just a second here, as you go through and get more stuff, it's really bad at letting you know, hey, you got something new to try on. I almost wish it would auto-equip your best gear. And let that be the default option to auto-equip your best gear, and then you can go and change that off manually. Because it's really bad at letting you know that you have better gear. Okay, we're going to pick up some pants, and I'm not wearing pants, okay? I'm not wearing pants at all. I just picked up pants, and there was no inventory that says, hey, you got pants. But now I have pants, and I'm going to equip them, but I didn't know that. I know they're in my inventory, but unless I'm looking specifically to sit there and go, hey, you got pants, and I don't want to look at my inventory every time I pick up something to see if it's an upgrade. You should just get a window that says, hey, this is an upgrade. I care. I'm going to pick up pants again. Now I got to open up my inventory again to see if they're any better. Oh, no, they're not, But I shouldn't have to look every single time to see if they're better pants or better gloves. You should just let me know, hey, you got a better piece of items. And I'm just going through the tutorial here. And this is so already at this point just feeling like this is a cheap game that like some indie company made. Every time I kept looking at this is the game that we were supposed to get that made us excited when playing Diablo again. This is Diablo 3 on mobile. That's what this is, and it's even a worse version of Diablo 3 on mobile. That's the issue. All of this, look at how hard it is for me to move. Look at how hard it is for me to do information. This should be sweeping. This should be easy. This should be a cakewalk because I'm supposed to be playing this on a mobile device. I'm not playing this on a mobile device. I'm not sure if that's what's causing the issue. I'm not playing this on a mobile device. But I should be having fucking good time getting through this. This should be free flowing. This should be smooth. I should have no problem doing all this. Look at how hard it is for me to pick up this crossbow. I'm literally standing over this crossbow. It's still having a hard time picking it up. I'm supposed to be doing this on a way smaller screen at way lower graphics with way more lag if I had a decently bad phone. I mean, here's the other thing. You see those little dots on the side? Okay? Those little dots mean that he has a second full bar of health on him. You won't realize that he's got a second full bar of health on him till down the road. If you don't know that he's got a second full bar of health on him, you're going to sit there and go, oh man, this guy's got 1 bar of health. And it doesn't take long before you start seeing enemies with 2 bars of health, 3 bars of health, 4 bars of health. Even in the tutorial, before you get done with it, you're already chugging potions. You're already seeing enemies with 3, 4 bars of health. I mean, I'm taking damage that's heavy, and I know it's not supposed to be a baby game. You're supposed to be scared to go in here. I get it. But the fact is, this isn't scary. This is annoying. I'm not scared. I'm not clenching my butt saying, oh my god, I gotta make sure that I do X, Y, and Z. I'm literally sitting here going, oh my god, this is just annoying as shit. That's what it is. This is annoying as fucking shit is what this is. And now before I talk to the blacksmith, because I know what's going to happen here in a second, I'm going to look through my inventory and actually equip stuff. And I'm going to show you one of the other issues that you have with this, okay? Now I'm going to go talk to the blacksmith, okay? Services. I can only salvage at this point. I cannot sell this back for actual gold at all. I can salvage this, but I can't sell this back for gold. Why? Why can't I choose between salvage and gold? Is that because you want to keep gold behind a paywall? Is that what you're trying to do? Make it real hard to get gold? I know they all cower, so you can't talk to the blacksmith after that. That's why I wanted to change my gear real quick. it's just all of this. It's so boring. Boring's the word I want to use. I don't know. I'm sitting here wanting something to happen, wanting this to be good, wanting to be excited about this, wanting Blizzard to get the W, wanting everybody who saw this to be like, you know what, we shitted on the fact of, hey, don't you guys own phones, but this actually turned out to be a good game. I am not finding this to be a good game. I am finding this to be Diablo 3 with extra stuff. So that's what I'm finding this to be. Or a worser game. Like, again, Demon Slayer Eternal. That's what this game feels like. This feels like Demon Slayer Eternal. It's because you can't say Diablo, so it's Demon Slayer Eternal. And I would be Demon Slayer. So that's what I'd be. That's what I feel like right now. Look at how much I'm having to actually have problems getting into positions that I want to be in. You know, I shouldn't have this much problems getting into positions I want to be in for a game like Diablo that is very positionally based. At least in my opinion. And in a little bit here, I'm actually going to go over the cash. I'm not going to talk about the cash shop at all. I'm not basing anything that I'm doing right now over how much it costs to do anything, where it is to be anywhere, how much you'd spend on this game if you needed to. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about currently the feel of it. Nothing more than the feel of this. The feel of this is just, in my opinion, I'm never where I want to be. I'm never doing what I want to do. See how hard it is for me to even get out of simple mechanics? These are not hard mechanics that I should be having trouble getting out of. Am I the best player in the world? No. So take my opinion with the hugest chunk and fuck of salt. So, but I am having problems getting out of all these mechanics. I should not feel at this point in the game that I'm having this many problems. And it's all about positioning for me. Right now, it's all about positioning. The fact that it is such a pain for me to be in the position I want to be at. Watch me try to avoid this beam. The grass is getting in my way right there. You know, I'm not flowing as freely as I want to be. So that's the problem with this. Everywhere I go, it's just, did I get better gear yet? I don't know. I'd have to look in my inventory, and I shouldn't have to do that every single 5 freaking seconds. New skill available. See, now it lets you know that a new skill is available, but it's not good at letting you know that new equipment's better. Alrighty, so now since I've stopped for a second, I will look at my equipment. Equip. 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 And it's really, some items, it's really finicky about where it really wants you to get your ass right up on the items. And other items, it's like, whatever, you're close enough. And it sucks so much. It's a fucking pain in the ass to realize how close you gotta get for some of this shit. It really is. I am having a devil of a time on every single part of this game. You know, if I wanted to play Diablo 3, I'd play Diablo 3, okay? It exists. It's been existing for a while, and it really sucks because I like Diablo 3. It doesn't get the accolades it's supposed to. It really fell really fast, and I'm not seeing how Diablo Immortal is helping in any way, shape, or form to bring back. And now I died, okay? Because I was trying to look at something in the middle of combat, okay? That was my fault, so I'm not going to blame that on the game. This isn't going to bring back anything Diablo, okay? This game's not going to make anybody want to play Diablo, and if you want to play Diablo, go play Diablo 3. Seriously, go do it. There's no reason to play Diablo Immortal unless you really want to play it on mobile. If you want to play this on mobile, that's your goal. But I could not imagine trying to fucking play this on mobile at all. With the amount of shit that I've got to deal with on a big screen with a pretty good connection and everything else like that, I wouldn't even want to try to play this on phone at all. I think you'd have a pain in the ass time trying to play this on your phone. And if you like this, I'm glad for you. I hope that you like this. I want you to like this. I want everybody to like this. There's not a single person out there who I want to hate this game. I'm not trying to take a giant fucking shit on this game. I'm really not, okay? But it's not good. It's very flighty. It's very unintuitive about what you want to do. You are going to have a hard time trying to do what you want to do in every single situation that you think about. At least that I'm having. And again, this is just movement. This is just game feel. The game feels rough. The game feels unpolished. And Blizzard games usually feel very polished, very put together. I will give Blizzard that time and time again, that the games feel good, the games feel polished, except for this one. This legitimately feels like somebody ripped off Diablo Immortal and tried to pass it off as a game. That somebody out there tried to rip off the game, and this is the best that they could do. Like, this guy already has 4 fucking health bars on him. 4. I know he's a boss, but again, first thing in the game, 4 health bars on you, stunning effects already, and I know it's not supposed to be the babiest game in the world. I get that. I'm not looking for a baby game. I'm not looking to have everything handed to me on a silver platter. But if you didn't know this guy had 4 bars of health, look at how many things I'm trying to avoid, and the lag, the whatever that I'm dealing with is just getting me caught at this point. I know what I'm supposed to do. I understand some of the mechanics. But if you didn't know that he had 4 bars of health on this, that's a lot to go through right now. You know, to get through 4 bars of health for your first minion. And you're supposed to be scared of this. You're supposed to be afraid of this. I get it. You know. It's supposed to be scary. It's supposed to be a more advanced game. You're not supposed to sit here and just waltz all over. I get all that. It just pisses me off. It honestly, God, pisses me off that I wanted to play this game. I looked forward to playing this game. I wanted this to be good. I wanted to stream this. I wanted to have some time playing this and really go through this. And I don't like a single part of it. At all. It feels wrong. It feels cheap. It feels rushed. And that's the best I can say about it. It feels rushed. And is it because I'm playing in a beta? Is this still in beta? I really hope that it is a beta thing, honestly. I hope it's beta. I hope that that's what the issue is that this is still in beta. And this will get fixed down the road. That's what I hope. Now, we'll look at the actual shop looks like real quick, okay? So there are some free-to-play things that you can get. There are some free-to-play items in here. But here's the actual shop. $9.99, $24.99. $9.99, $24.99, and $44.99. You can buy more bundles, cosmetics. So this is what, 1,000 gems? To get 1,000 gems, let's see what I'd have to do. I'd have to basically pay $20 for that. To get this. This is a $20 skin. Okay? All of these are $20 skins. And they made the pricing to the point where you can't quite get the pricing. This is $600, this is $15. So you either gotta go under and buy, or you gotta go over and have extra that you don't know what to do with. And here, $100. $100 in the game. Day one, you can buy $100 items. $100 day one, right there, right at the beginning. $100 if you want to blow it. Right up in front. So that kind of shows you what they want you to do, what they want this to be. They want this to be a cash cow. That's all they care about this. This isn't completely a cash cow at this point for them. That's what they want, okay? That's what they're looking for. Money. Right on the first page, right there. Pricing at the point where you're either too high or too low, so you're either going to overbuy or you're not going to have enough. And the MMO part of this is really weird. So that's how I feel about the game. That's my review of the game. Take it with the most giant grain of salt. I give this a wish I liked it, but I don't, out of 10. Thanks for watching, and as always remember, sometimes it is fun to lose.